F1 News: Fernando Alonso set for SHOCK McLaren return. But there is a catch, however. Alonso will not be offered a seat to race in motorsport's premier competition. The Spaniard drew the curtains on 17 years in F1 this year to pursue new ventures, and he has signed up to race in the Indy 500 next year to complete the Triple Crown. McLaren boss Zak Brown is hoping to convince the two-time world champion to lend his experience in a mentoring role to Lando Norris and Carlos Sainz. "I would be very surprised if next season you didn't see Fernando at some Formula One races in and around McLaren, offering his expertise, and that could include him testing the car," Brown said. "I have spoken to Fernando about that, and he is very open to it. These Formula One world champions, whether it is Michael Schumacher, Alain Prost or Mika Häkkinen, never want to be too far from the Formula One pit lane. There is a lot Fernando can contribute experience-wise, and Carlos and Lando are open to any ideas. Fernando knows the team very well. Lando doesn't have that experience." Fernando will decide what he wants to do, and that's a decision we will make in the next 30 days. Brown has also put a 5-year timeframe on when McLaren should be ready to challenge Mercedes, Ferrari and Red Bull at the front of the grid. "I have just presented a 5-year plan, and within that plan we think we have a journey to getting back to winning races," he added. "And once you're winning races, you are competing for championships." "We have laid out a journey, and investment, and a road to recovery that sees us getting back to the front of the grid within that timeline. This has obviously been a difficult season. We are all glad it is over, and it is not one we will look back on with fond memories. But having said that, we learnt a lot, and in the long term we will be a better team because of it. In life, and in racing, we face difficulties, but as long as you attack and learn from those challenges, which I think we have done, then you come out the other side in a better place." Next news: people jealous of Hamilton? Mercedes boss Toto Wolff says even after winning his 5th world title, Lewis Hamilton is not getting the recognition he deserves. The 5-time world champion has won 73 Grands Prix and is on track to equal or surpass the Formula One legend Michael Schumacher's records. But, the British driver is still not getting the appreciation he deserves, says Wolff. "People may not realize his achievements until Hamilton retires," he suspected. "Not everybody recognizes a great career, a great sportsman or greatness overall while it's happening." "There is a lot of negativity and envy whilst it happens," Wolff told Reuters. "It's only been recognized once a career has ended as having been really great, and I don't know why that is. We are extremely privileged in following a career of maybe the greatest racing driver of all time. Obviously Michael has set the records and was unbelievable, but Lewis is on a similar trajectory," he added. Also with Michael, it was only recognized after he retired, and even more when tragedy struck. And I think it's a pity. We are live spectators, live witnesses of a great racing driver at the peak of his abilities. The Austrian also suspects success is looked at differently in America and Europe. In the US you are very much inspired by success. In Europe it triggers much more envy and negativity," said the Austrian. "I am certainly biased because I have an emotional attachment to Lewis, for me the greatest sports person that is in his career in Britain. Everybody wants to be recognized, particularly in their own country, and in order to achieve the success he has, you need to be sensitive. He is that exceptional sports personality also because he polarizes. And I think at the end of the day, he's thinking that he'd rather polarize than be just in the middle and boring. He stays true to himself and his values, and that is the most important thing. Next news: Hamilton invited to Stevenage football match. World champion Lewis Hamilton has been invited to come and watch League Two side Stevenage play by their manager Dino Mammaria. Hamilton, from Stevenage, perhaps chose the wrong choice of words, referring to his hometown as the slums whilst on stage at the BBC Sports Personality of the Year Awards, with the world champion coming second in the vote. However, the five-time world champion immediately corrected himself, but a few days later, acknowledged he was in the wrong on Instagram after causing lots of controversy. But Stevenage boss Mammaria has invited the Mercedes driver to watch a home game in his hometown. It was just the wrong choice of words, I think, the Stevenage boss told BBC Sport. He would have known that and he apologized for it. He's proud of where he came from and his journey. He's come from a humble family and he's gone all of the way to the very top. We should be proud of him. He's a friend of my family, their family is friends with my wife's family. It's out of character for him to say that. If he can come to the Lamex Stadium for one of the games, that'd be fantastic. If he wants to really say sorry about it, he should come to support us at one of the games and I invite him personally. Next news: Christmas message from Vettel to Ferrari, "I'll give everything again in 2019. Rather than sending a letter to Father Christmas, Sebastian Vettel wrote to his Ferrari colleagues thanking them for their efforts in 2018 and letting them know he'll be pushing harder in the new year. Dear boys, a big thank you to all of you. Even if we have not managed to take the title to Maranello, we can at least say that we have done our best and continue to do so. Roll up sleeves and let us support each other in all areas. Better communication with trust and mutual respect," Vettel wrote. "Only by working together as a team can we take that step. We are a fantastic team when it comes to commitment and enthusiasm, and I promise you that I will do everything I can to achieve the big goal in 2019. Thanks again, Sebastian." Vettel is now the only driver on the grid who does not use social media. Without Twitter and Facebook, what did we expect from the 31-year-old than a good old-fashioned letter? Thank you for watching the video. Be sure to share and subscribe to your channel to get the latest sports news around the world. Wished health and success. Goodbye.